Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play One Piece Unlimited Cruise Episode 1. Last time, we ended up exploring around Gorge Island, making ourselves a couple of bridges to get our ways across the island. And in this episode, we're actually going to be finishing up Gorge Island. But just like always, we have things to develop. So off screen, I did some training for my characters. So let's go over that. So for Usopp, I have gotten all of his moves as I made the impact dial. At the end of last part, you saw me making that. As a result, once you get that to level 3, you'll unlock the level 3 lead star. After you get the lead star up to level 4, you would unlock Usopp's pound ability, which is his aerial attack. I got Baruch's final one to level 5, unlocking his first special, 3 verse aeronaut slice. It's normally strike. I got Frankie fully leveled up, so he learned his supply ability, which reduces the items needed for missions, which is gladly appreciated. And I ended up getting Nami's air attack up to level 3, which gave me a charge ability for my first attack, which allows me to chain it together with my aerial combo to make it a lot more effective. That's pretty much what I did right there. One thing I did do that I regret is I accidentally made some things inside of compounding. In particular, I ended up making this right here, which is syrup. Syrup is used to make other developmental items, and as a result, I missed out on the cues of reading those, and I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying not to do that in the future. I also ended up catching a electric bug, otherwise known as the lightning beetle, an ancient scarab beetle resurrected from amber, off screen. To get this one, when you freed Enel on Wooded Isle, that actually freed up the lightning beetles for you to be able to catch them in the same area. So just go to the top of Wooded Isle, and near the patch of flowers that's right next to where you fought Enel, you'll end up finding 2 of the lightning beetles. So what we're going to do right now, though, is we're going to make ourselves 3 stamina tonics. The reason for this is this will unlock Chopper's level 2 compounding ability. So, might as well put those with me. I need some stamina tonics. And so we have the Art of Compounding level 2, make advanced compounding possible. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make 7 of the anti-venom potions, even though technically you only need to make 3. The reason for this is one of the requirements that you have to make in order to get Chopper's level 3, which we eventually want to get to, because we can make ourselves some poison balls, as well as Chopper's other special, the Rumble Ball. What we're also going to do right here is we're going to use the Lightning Beetle and the, I believe it was only 1 piece of iron, to make Thunder Powder. Powder with a mild electric charge makes attacks that paralyze the enemy possible. Yes, so you could actually use these powders if you so wish, and put them on your attacks that can cause it to... There we go. That can cause it to paralyze your enemies if you so wish. It's very beneficial to do, believe me. I can make 1, but I don't really need another one of those. At the same time, we're also going to go to development, because we're going to unlock our level 2 development ability by making ourselves our next pallet. This somehow makes a pallet. And there we go. Pallet upgrade 1. Gives you 1 extra slot on the item palette for equipping items. And for that, we have the Art of Development level 2 now, which makes advanced development possible. And since level 2 is unlocked, we can now create bombs whenever we want. And we can use the Thunder Powder we just made to make ourselves some batteries. Hey, can I have some of that powder? I bet I can make something really cool with it. We're going to be making this because this is actually necessary for getting the final upgrades for the fishing rod. You're going to need batteries in order to do that. So that's actually going to go inside my storage, and I'm never going to use them again except for item development, and I'm hitting ZA. There we go. We could also make bombs, but I want to make myself some traps, so I'll show off what traps are like. You make 10 at a time. Pretty much you need the syrup in order to make this. I know it's a lot of development items and everything in the beginning, and people would probably want the action, but this is pretty much what this game is. So, I'm going to put the traps inside here because I'm going to get an explanation of traps. You can use it to catch creatures and don't even have to do a thing. You sort of do. But another bad thing is that what it catches is randomized. So if we want something super specific, we have to go to an island in general to catch it. There's only one animal in this game that requires you to use a trap in order to catch it. And that is an animal that you would find on the Thousand Sunny. So, won't do you any good if there aren't any creatures, so pick a good spot. That's another downfall of these traps. You can only place it in certain areas that allow you to place the traps. Of course. And then make that. And now, before we're fully done, we're finally going to make the wherever cannon that I was talking about inside the last part, because we have enough development items to do it. But if I remember correctly, I'm going to need to pull out some, I'm going to have to pull out 3, it looks like. So let's pull out 3. Put those in there. And let's go and make the wherever cannon. So, let us make it. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, the wherever cannon. This thing is very useful. I recommend you make it. Launch ourselves to the nearby island, a kind of shortcut. Yes, the wherever cannon will be able to launch us into specific areas on the islands, allowing us to bypass or, you know, basically get a shortcut to other areas. But, you know, despite it being named the wherever cannon, it can't launch us anywhere. Kind of sucks. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to be fired out of a cannon. So I'm going to make Nami my first guest to go into the wherever cannon. So, examine the wherever cannon on the bow's 3rd floor deck to take a shortcut to somewhere on the current island. So, if we look at the wherever cannon right now, we can launch to 2 different areas. Our first area is where we would use bombs in order to blow up a boulder. Our second area is by where we're going to be going to. So we're going to be keeping that one in mind for later. But, one last thing, I know I have so much I've been doing just on the Thousand Sunny. We're going to do a little bit of cooking with our next item. What we can make is we can make a mock cherry pie. Hey, nice find. I'll make a dessert, but I don't have many ingredients, so it'll be simple. If you can make the mock cherry pie, make one now and store it for later. This is required and is the only cooking item, as well as really one of the only developmental items you need in order to fight one of the bosses in the game. So as a result, I'm going to put 1 in storage and 1 in my item bag. So that takes care of that right there. And now we're just completely done. We can use the mock cherry pie anytime we want. If we go into the pause menu, I'm going to put the fishing pole right here. I'm going to put the vacuum in the second pallet that we have. Thank goodness we have a second pallet now. I'm going to put the healing tonics that we have inside 1 of them. I'll put the other one inside there in a second, and then we'll put in the mock cherry pie so we can use that, because the mock cherry pie is very good for getting yourself some SP for your characters. So, who will get it? We'll give it to Usopp, because that way I'm close to being able to use 2 of his Pachinko Chaoses. Now, you might be wondering, how do I switch between the palettes? You hit the left on the D... No, wait, this is right. Sorry. You hit right on the D-pad on the Wiimote, and you can change palettes. But that takes care of that, so the only thing that really remains is how many points does Gaburi have? He needs 5, so I think my beetles that I stored should be good enough for us. Of course, I can't use the beetles. However, my scrap metal I have is more than enough to help us out. So, that takes care of that right there. I don't want to use my syrup. I'm not going to use my mock cherry pie, but I can use one of my red fruits. There we go. Now we have more than enough to fight the boss. You're going to need to have at least 3 clays and 30 gunpowders in order to fight this boss. So, what we're going to do is we're going to launch the wherever cannon. I'm going to meet you guys at where the boss is. I ended up showing it off in the last part, but if you don't remember, basically it's at the giant citadel. Just keep following the path and you'll get to it. It's a giant stone citadel. Everyone has a unique animation too. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. We just need to deal with the enemies around here, and by that, I mean I run from them, just like Usopp would. So, here is our pedestal, and we need 3 clays and 30 gunpowders. We have 67 gunpowder, and we have 8 clays, so we are perfectly fine. And let's fight our next boss, and this boss is the entire reason why I hate this island. That was very close. So, here's the tree. I highly recommend you have healing items for this boss, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stress this enough. So, let's fight probably the worst boss in this whole game, not counting the hidden ones. Oh no, not him. Gecko Moria. Oh no.
この俺に勝ってみろ。経験浅い若造どもが。俺は他人の力で海賊王になる男だ。
Oh boy. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, to fight Gecko Moria, one of the 7 warlords who had a former bounty of 320 million, outclassing Luffy by 20 million. Gecko Moria is pretty powerful inside his boss form. Now, the whole reason why Baruch hates Moria is because Baruch had his shadow stolen for years by Moria, and as a result, he couldn't be in the sunlight. Moria has a rather interesting method of getting crew members in which he steals shadows with his shadow fruit, and once he steals their shadows, he implants them upon dead bodies in which the dead bodies will reanimate as zombies serving him. However, the zombies will end up having the basic personality of whoever shadow is inside the zombie itself. Pretty much his weakness is salt in general, which ended up being his undoing come the time the Straw Hat crew managed to get to Thriller Bark, the Mad Shibukai's island ship. Yes, he stole an entire island and made it his ship. Now, what makes Moria an annoying boss? Well, if you couldn't tell already, it's the brick bats that he constantly uses to go away from you, as well as his shadow. Not only that, it's when he uses his ultimate, oh no! His special, which is unavoidable! Ow! And means near death for me. My goodness gracious, I despise Gecko Moria with a passion. Because when he gets to getting his special, he's gonna start using that thing a lot. Alright, and what I want to do is use Sanji's special. There we go. Just keep on killing him and take Moria down. Oh, no. There I go. Goodbye, Sanji. I have no idea how to dodge this attack. I honestly think it's unavoidable. It's extremely powerful for what it is. This is the 2nd island boss. Even the 3rd island is not this bad, ladies and gentlemen. This boss is ridiculous, and I am basically hitting him with the equivalent of a twig right now. Alright, let's heal. Now, you can get rid of the zombies if you want. I'm just trying to focus on Moria because I know how much of a pain Moria can be. Alright. Luckily, Moria is big enough to where my Thunderball will be good enough. Alright, nope. There we go. No! Goodbye, Nami! Oh, there goes Nami. Fuck this move! Oh, I cannot tell you how many times when I was playing this game when I was younger that I would die because of this. So guess what? Guess what, Moria? You die! And there we go. How appropriate for Baruch to kill him. You know, I think he's actually the only one so far that I have killed appropriately with the main villain that he hates. I'm going to try and fix that come later bosses, but that takes care of Gecko Moria. So, Gaburi, eat him! And there's our reward. Thank goodness. God, I hate that boss. We get our GPs up, and we now have rank 2, which I believe is enough to make that ladder, which is a good thing because I have more than enough points to do so. Well, I'm not surprised. His personality is probably way worse than Kudo or Don Craig's. Never mind the fact that Gaburi's stomach is literally hurting from eating the villain.
この試練って本当にやべえんじゃねえか。
そうね。私もお宝がなければぜひとも遠慮したいところではあるが。
いや遠慮しようって。お宝と命どっちが大切かなんて考えるまでもねえだろ。
そりゃそうだけど。でもあんたの命とお宝なら迷わずお宝を選ぶわ。
Some things never change.
選ぶなよ。
すべての試練をくぐり抜けた時、私のアフロがどうなっているのか。
ガブリ、この島の試練はこれで終わり？多分そうだ。
Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not.
サニー号に戻って次の島を目指すんだな。
しかし、あのデカブツが出なくてよかったな。
I'm happy Oars didn't appear either. What's that? He's in the sequel? Oh, joy!
あいつが出たらさすがの私もお宝を置いて逃げ出すわ。
And back on the Thousand Sunny with another island completed. Frankie has a new key for the women's quarters.
よかった。
ちょっと待て。アホか。そうよ。スカルチョーか。
Well, that's just mean. I mean, Baruch was the one who ended up, you know, saving the day after everyone got their shit wrecked. So, our treasure for the Moria ordeal is inside the storeroom. So why don't we go and grab that, and then we'll end off the episode right there. So, open up this chest, and we get a gold orb. Not bad. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to be heading off to the third island, Iceberg Isle. See you guys next time.